Hey everyone, Simon here again with the Modern Awakened Perspective, your map for the path to enlightenment. And I've got about 3 stories for you today. The first one, pretty juicy. In fact, I call this title to this one, it's actually a juicy Jussie update, but it's really called Michelle Obama tied to the Jussie Smollett investigation. I don't know how many people have seen this little update anywhere else, but I find it very interesting. Before I get into it, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Helps people find this kind of information later down the road when they look for it. So let me get into this. It's, like I said, pretty interesting from my perspective. So Michelle Obama's chief of staff during her time at the White House, Tina Chin, contacted State's Attorney Kim Foxx to try to convince the Chicago PD to turn over the investigation to the FBI. Now, Chin contacted Foxx while Smollett was still considered a victim of the assault. Now, why do you think this happened? And who do you think directed Tina Chin? I definitely believe Michelle Obama convinced Tina Chin to reach out to the state's attorney, Kim Foxx, and try to have her have the Chicago Police Department hand over the investigation to the FBI, because the FBI is easier for them to control. Now, because he's guilty as crap, basically, and the deep state thought that they could control the outcome better if the FBI was in charge. And we all know how corrupt the FBI has been recently, so it's no surprise that they tried to have that handed over. Now, Foxx recused herself from the prosecution of this case, if you remember. Emails that were released showed that Foxx tried to convince top cop Superintendent Eddie Johnson to ask the FBI to take over the investigation. Now, Foxx also texted with one of Smollett's relatives. Seems like that's a bit of a conflict of interest, in my opinion. What do you guys think? Seems suspicious? Now, there was a rumor, which I can't verify this, but there's a rumor that Smollett was related to presidential candidate Kamala Harris. Now, again, I can't prove that, but there could be much deeper things going on here. Now, I do know he's a family friend of the dirty Democrat Maxine Waters. Now, just remember, Foxx recused herself before he was even charged. Her first deputy is handling the case. Now, why would she recuse herself from one of the most high-profile cases in the history of her city? Seems suspicious on many, many levels to me. Now, the police department spokesman said the case was not handed over to the FBI because there was no federal jurisdiction and because there was lack of evidence to show that Smollett was a victim of a federal hate crime. Now, I may be piecing some things together here which can't be proven yet, but 2 + 2 is 4. The lady who was chief of staff for Michelle Obama reached out to Kim Foxx, and I don't believe it was her idea. And after asking for this to be handed over to the FBI and that not happening, Kim Foxx recused herself. So if you connect the dots, it's not too hard to see that there's something bigger happening behind the scenes, in my opinion. Now, of course, the comment section is open, whether you agree or disagree. I'd love to hear what you think about this video and the comments I've made. But anyway, that's the story from my perspective. I'll see you guys on the next one.